Well, good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weekend forecast update here on your July 24th, 2026. Boy, did we sure get the deluge here across parts of North Georgia for you Friday as we wrap up the day, and looks like Lakeland here was the big winner. The news story for the weekend, rain chances are going to come back down, and it looks like we're in store for some very hot weather returning as we go into the middle of next week. Now, if you're new here to our YouTube channel and you live anywhere across North Georgia, I'd love for you to come on board and become a subscriber. I'm on a mission to build a 24-hour professional weather channel, and I could sure use your help. It's all about subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all our weather updates, as well as being alerted whenever we do any kind of live severe weather coverage. All right, let's go ahead and take a look right now at Dahlonega as we got the rain once again falling in this area for this afternoon. Definitely making for one of those days where you just want to stay inside, maybe binge watch one of your favorite Netflix shows or something. Also getting some rain starting to return here in the Braselton area as well. I've had 2.58 inches here at my backyard here for this afternoon. It came pretty quick and fast here earlier this morning, and may get some more here before the day is done. Local radar, you kind of see where those flood warnings are up right now. Those go until about 4 o'clock here as some of that runoff starts to head on down south. But you see we're getting some rains here now coming into the metro Atlanta area as well, and still some back up there toward the east there coming into Dahlonega. And this will continue into the evening hours, and then we'll see things begin to settle on down. Again, take a look at some of these rainfall totals. I mean, just amazing amount of rain that fell here in a very short amount of time as I kind of highlight some of these areas here for you here. I mean, look at that, 9 inches right there just north of Flowery Branch. Just amazing totals all up in here. Up near Gainesville, 5 3/4, down toward Buford, 5 1/2, Swanee, over 6 1/4, over toward Alpharetta, over 6 inches there as well. So again, just very concentrated in it around the lake. So the lake has already come up almost 3/4 of a foot already and still rising after all that heavy rain. So that's a deep water lake, and to get it to come up that much, you got to have a lot of water. And boy, it's coming up a lot. I'm interested to see what the final tally is when it's all said and done. So temperatures today really being kept down quite a bit because of the rain. Look at these, still holding on to 60s here across eastern portions of Georgia. Needless to say, for some of my forecast numbers today, yeah, I busted. It's just one of those things where you got the clouds and the rain, and definitely having a big impact there. But Stockbridge 86, that's close to what I was forecast for those guys. But boy, it was a tough forecast day, and here's why. Watch the explosion of showers and storms. There were just a few when I did my first recordings early in the morning, and boy, they really just blew up right along a stationary boundary. And then as that moved off to the east, it kind of moved into some more stable air, and it kind of settled on down. But again, a very active day to say the least. So the excessive rain will continue here into this evening, and then we'll see things begin to quiet down. Check this out for tomorrow, Saturday. We're only back down to a 5% chance. You see the yellow over there toward the Carolinas. And then Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, we got nothing for you, man. Just a lot of sunshine and a lot of heat coming back into North Georgia. So current watches and warnings, here's where we got going on right now. Again, you got the flash flood watches are going to this evening. We do have that warnings there that should be expiring here in a little while. So we got 4 o'clock there on the warning there, including those counties across North Fulton and coming to Cherokee, Dawson, Forsyth, Gwinnett, Hall County, all those areas. And there's another special weather statement there that just got issued going into the Atlanta area here with some of these heavy rains and winds coming into that zone. All right, so let's go severe weather outlook here. As you can see, just a general thunderstorm threat here through the weekend. Okay, this is the rest of your Friday going into Saturday. Again, Saturday's going to be isolated, folks. We're back to that game of some folks will get something, some won't. Same goes into Sunday as well. But after that, it's just going to be hot and dry into the next week. I promise you that. All right, so look at the regional model here. What you're going to notice is scattered storms here for the rest of Friday clearing on out. We'll see a few on Saturday and Sunday, but by the time we get into Monday, we're looking at drier weather and things heating up. In fact, by the time we get to about Tuesday or so, we may be seeing temperatures getting back in the mid-90s, triple-digit feel-like temperatures once again. Briefly, because I do expect another cool down coming down the following weekend. All right, so when these little hot spots kind of hit us, they're going to hit and run. They don't last very long, which is a good thing. So the weather map continues to show this stationary boundary. It's just going to kind of linger there through tomorrow, and then by Sunday, slowly but surely should wash itself out. By the time we get to early next week, we're not really tracking that anymore, and we're just going to be dealing with some sunshine and some hot temperatures in and across the area. So the forecast, I'm going to keep a slight chance of showers. You kind of range this between 20 and 40%. I think the further south you go, a little bit better chance of storms, and off to the to the west of Gainesville, but we'll just keep a slight chance in there. Again, not anybody's going to see anything. Looking at your highs here for tomorrow, again, this model is a little bit cooler when I'm going, but generally keeping it upper 70s up in the mountains, 80s for everybody else, to near 90 down towards Sparta, for example. So things will be slowly stepping upward as we warm up through the weekend. Regionally looking like this, again, continuing that unsettled weather here through the Carolinas. And man, those guys have been baking all summer long with a lot of those westerly winds and 100-degree temperatures. So for them to get a break, they deserve it. So, but 90s over Mississippi and down toward the Florida Gulf Coast, looking a little bit hot down there and steamy as well. How about the rest of the 7-day forecast? Here we go. All the big rain threats done. That's good. Got a 40% chance of scatterstorms on Sunday. And then going for next week, really sparse and looking pretty hot there. Mid-90s by Tuesday. We start to slowly back it off heading into Thursday and Friday. And then next weekend, I think the rain chances come back up again after that. Now, with summertime storms, you may want to be alerted. Like today, you probably would have liked to have been alerted that, hey, there's some rain coming your way. Go ahead and download our free weather app. If you're an Apple user or an Android user, go to the Apple Store or to Google Play, put in North Georgia Majestic Weather, or you can scan the QR code there and download this great weather app. It's going to alert you when rain's approaching, lightning. It'll also give you severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast, and as well as a futurecast. So you can kind of see what's going on there. And, of course, you got the link back to our 24-hour channel. And also power outage. That's a new upgrade they just added. They have the power outage map so you can kind of see if there's power outages in your area. And this is sponsored by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. If you do need to put a roof, been putting that off, give these guys a call. They're going to take care of you with some great customer service, great products, and they are one of the best in North Georgia. And they also give a portion of every job back to local children's charities. Truly a win-win and a Play It Forward organization. Glad to have them as our official weather app sponsor. All right, that's going to do it. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, not a washout weekend. You may have to dodge a few storms. We're going to be heating things back up again through the weekend. And I know a lot of kids are get ready to go back to school either toward the end of next week or the week after school's back in session. And before you know it, we're going to be talking about the first day of fall. You know, we're actually less than 60 days now. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost getting to my favorite time of year. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out. If you're new here to our YouTube channel, please help us build this thing for you guys. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all our weather updates. All right, that's going to do it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, have a great, safe weekend. We'll see you back in here on Monday. Till then, you guys take it easy. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.